Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a while since I've done a video. I was in and out of Fort Lauderdale for about a month, taking care of the home that we just sold and doing some work down there. And I finally got up here a couple of days ago permanently. I had been up here before, but I had to go back and forth, so I didn't shoot any videos because I just didn't have the time. But I wanted to actually give you guys a precursor of what's going to be coming in the garden. So I know TJ already did a walkthrough of the garden, but I'm going to show you just a couple of things that I'm going to work on in the next few probably months between some trips we have planned, and I will be going back to Fort Lauderdale for pet sitting intermittently. So I'm going to try to get things done as quickly as I can because it is summer, but I may have to, you know, just kind of piecemeal this. First, I wanted to show you guys this area here. All right, so here we have this area, which actually is going to house succulents. And so a lot of these plants that you see here now are going to come out, and I'm going to put a bunch of succulents. Right at the moment, we have a mishmash of a bunch of different plants, but none of them really kind of go together, and they're not well laid out. So I'm going to pull a lot of stuff out, including the Mexican sunflower, which I am going to transplant elsewhere on the property. But this is going to be probably primarily pineapples, and I'm going to show you a monster pineapple in a minute. Here you can see one. This guy's pretty big, but he's probably the size, I would say, of like a little bit bigger than a softball. So he's a big boy, but not that big. We have a monster on the other side. I'll show you. So all of this stuff will come out, and I'll go ahead and put succulents, pineapples, and possibly I'm going to try to put some Seminole pumpkins because they do very well in the sun. This area gets sun all day. So look at this guy. He is probably the size of a football. He's big. I don't know if I can get my hand in there to show you, but it's hard to see that, but he is a monster. And he's got a pup right there coming out, that little, I will harness those, I take them out, and then I repot them, and they end up giving us pineapples later on. So this area looks like this now. This is the front of the house, but this will change as I'm able to get to it and add edibles and other stuff that can grow in this section. So then I don't yet know what will happen here, but this is all the front, and we do have a lot of plants right now that really aren't edibles, but we're probably just going to put them around the property, and that will be I'll showcase that in a future video. So I'll walk you guys over to another section, which I think you already saw. Over here on this side, underneath that big window, I may end up putting some I think tomatoes maybe, something there that will grow with the sun, because the sun does hit this side of the house like all day. So that, I'm not sure, I'm going to leave that creepy crawly vine there because it's really beautiful. Don't necessarily want to do anything there. We have our water softening system, and all the attachments for the RV are on that side. I'd rather not touch that. So possibly that will stay as is. But this whole area here, this space, all this green space, we don't really touch. So I may put planter boxes over here and plant vegetables on this area. We do have our water lines coming in through here, but they're underground. These are going to be raised boxes, so I don't think it's going to impede anything. And so that should be a really good spot. Gonna leave that area empty. What I think we might do, we might bump out the fence and kind of fence that area in and just make the backyard a little bit bigger. And then we're gonna plant arecas all along the fence line. Look up arecas, they're beautiful palms that grow very fast. So these are the planters I was telling you guys about. I have 4 of them, and they may end up going in that area there that I was telling you all about. So that's still to come, because I haven't decided yet if that's where they're going to go, but they're sitting here for now against the barn, and we shall see. But stay tuned, because I would like to hear from you guys if there's any suggestions of edibles that I can put in these planters. They're about 4 feet by 1 foot, so they're relatively large, and they can probably grow quite a bit of stuff. So this area here, I call it our pineapple patch. This whole area here, a lot of stuff is going to get ripped out of here too. There's just plants that don't belong. There's, you know, tons of pineapples in here. I think we have 4 growing. There's trees we don't really need in here. Weeds. Just a bunch of mishmash that is going to get tidied up. But as you can see, we do have pineapples growing. So that's going to be really nice. I'll pan in. Check it out. So you got 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So essentially right now we have 5 pineapples growing. All these pineapples are also giving us pups. So we can repropagate those and turn them into more food. So yeah, this is going to be the pineapple patch. I think what I might do is I might fence this in, screen it in, and turn it into a semi-greenhouse with an open top, because the pineapples need to have full sun. They don't require a lot of water, and if I'm going to keep the pineapples here, I have to give them both. You know, I have to provide sun and some sort of intermittent sprinkler system. So that's that for this area. I did bring some plants up from Fort Lauderdale that I'm going to actually be planting soon, and they are Royal Poinciana trees, and they're just as big as they get as big as these oaks do, but they've got beautiful red flowers, and I'm going to be planting those. I'll bring you over to where they are and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I just came in through there, where I was back there where the barn is, and walked in through here. This is going to be TJ's office, and then back here she had started some sort of a mini greenhouse slash orchid nursery right here. Now, again, there's a lot of stuff back here that I think we're going to go ahead and end up planting. And she had done a really good job starting. We have ferns hanging there. We have what they call rapist palms right there. And then some other greenery, which I'm not super familiar with, but it looks like it might be ground orchids right there. And then the purple is beautiful. That's a great ground cover. And in mother's tongue right here. And then miscellaneous stuff. And then this is my clippings from Fort Lauderdale. This is the Royal Poinciana babies. So I will be planting those today in pots and allowing them to grow. And as they get older, I will then, if they get, I would say, probably a good, maybe 6 feet, maybe actually less, 4 feet, I'll go ahead and plant them in the ground. So this is a nursery that she kind of had back here. It's not as bright. She's got the lady had some netting up. So this actually is nice because it allows you to grow things without them burning. And she also has water sources back here. So that'll be really, really good when I start to do this. This is another area that eventually will receive edibles. This does not get as much sun. It gets intermittent sun during the day. So I'd have to see what can go back here that can be planted up against the house and grow. I don't know if you guys can hear, but we have very loud neighbors. They seem nice, but I haven't spoken to them yet. Every weekend, loud Latin music coming at you. So anyways, these are going to get cleaned up. There's a lot of plants back here that can be removed. Some will keep. And then again, like I said, guys, seriously, a food forest all along this fence right here. It's all going to be food, all bigger plants. I'm going to try to create it so that we have some sort of a natural screen between us and the neighbors, but that's going to be all food because that's all on our property. So stay tuned and I'll catch you guys soon. It'll be fun. There's a lot going on and a lot to come. Take care, you all. Bye.